Well, what do we got here? We got a problem. Well, it ain't life or death problem, but it's a cooking problem. As you can see right here, I got like rust coming through. Then the same thing over here. It's like all my seasoning is coming off. And yes, I do leave this covered. This is just, I took the cover off earlier today, and this is just the stuff that's come off the trees. It's pollen season, you know, it's springtime. So today I'm gonna try to strip all this seasoning off here and then re-season this thing. Now I know there's people out there that say, oh no, you can't use a power tool or whatever in your cast iron. Well, screw them. I'm probably gonna have to use a power tool. So let's get started. Yes, I'm using Walmart brand brake cleaner. I gotta get this oily residue off here. This stuff seems to work to get engine oil off everything, so I imagine it'll get some cooking oil off. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if it would just strip the seasoning? I ain't gonna get that lucky though. Can you hear that? Tornado siren. Or I don't know, maybe someone's attacking the US, I don't know. I didn't even know I could hear a tornado siren all the way out here. Okay, that's not greasy anymore. Let's see what we can find to get this off of here now. I tried the wire wheel. Just ain't gonna get the job done very fast, very slow. So, I'm gonna use this, and I know everyone's gonna throw a fit, but hey, this is my griddle. Okay, let's just do a little clean up here and see what it looks like. Doesn't look too bad. Let me get this finished up and I'll get back with you. Not too bad. I use the sander to just kind of level off any marks that that flap wheel did on there. Now let's see if we can't really get this cleaned up. I couldn't get in the corners very good. But you know what? I don't cook in the corners, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. That looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get the sides. Even though I didn't sand them, I will re-oil them or re-season them or whatever you want to call it. But once I get it back on the griddle, I will wipe it down with some hot soapy water, really clean it up. Then we'll get the seasoning. Well, I'll see you when we get back. Well, I got this up my stairs. Man, that was a chore there. Got some hot soapy water here. Get in here and wipe this thing down pretty good. Make it look purty. Well, I guess as purty as you can get it. Now let's get it dried really good. Don't want it to rust. Okay. These here are little wind guards. I'll leave a link to them. You can get them on Amazon. But they got little magnets on there, and they go on each side and in the back, and it helps prevent the wind. So got that one there on, and here's the one for the other side, and we'll get it on. And it really keeps the wind from blowing in there. I got to go get the two for the back. Hold on. I'll have them just like this. I'll have them just like this. I'll have them just like this. Forget that. Well, here's the ones for the back. And I'm glad this is cool. On the back ones, they actually attach to the griddle. There we go. I use good old Crisco, but you know, there's a ton of other oils out there that you can season with. but I like Crisco. We'll get it worked in here real good. Need to get a lot, there we go. Get a lot of it on here. Get it up here on the sides real good. Well, there we go. Now we got to turn it on. And I'll come back to you when it's smoking. Well, I forgot to record everything, but I probably got about 3 layers of oil on here. And right now I'm wiping up stuff that's coming out of the trees. And there's actually a couple bugs that died on here. But I don't think it looks all that bad. It's better than it was, and I'm sure when I cook it's gonna start looking a little better. Now these edges right here, they don't really get seasoned very much because they just don't get hot. Well, since I forgot to press record, I'll go ahead and tell you how I did things. Once the griddle pretty much stopped smoking, I took some paper towels and I folded them up and I used some tongs. Then I put more oil on it and I wiped that oil all over it. And that really makes it smoke then. Then I let that smoke there, burn off. And then I did it again with another layer of oil. Took the paper towel with the tongs, put more oil down on it and spread it all over it. It really got smoking because that griddle's really hot by now. Then once I get all that oil on there, I just let that all smoke off. Then I turn the griddle off. Then once it was cooled off, I came out and wiped it down. And that's what you saw me doing in the video. Then once I get that all wiped down, I put a thin layer of oil on it and I put the top to the griddle on it. Hope this wind ain't messing this up. Now, is this the right way to reseason a Blackstone griddle? I don't know. I'm sure there are many other ways of doing it. I mean, I guess you could have took a razor blade and scraped all the old seasoning off or something like that. I know some people don't like the use of power tools. They say it screws up the metal or something, but hey, I did it my way and I'm happy with it. Now, I don't know if Crisco is the best oil for this or not. I think a lot of people use Crisco, but I know some people use avocado oil or olive oil. Then you got the dreaded seed oils out there. But for the most part, I use Crisco, and every once in a while I'll throw some olive oil on there just to be different. Ooh, check this out. Don't I have a great backyard? Sit out here and watch woodpeckers and all kinds of birds. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. To me, the hardest part of doing this is taking that griddle top off and then putting it back on. Those things aren't light. So leave me a comment, like the video, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell if you want to get notifications of when I upload a video. You know what I'm going to say. See ya!